Like when I'm on stage, like I'm a different person. Like I totally explode and I have attitude. But when I come off the stage, I'm just so like, this entertainment business has not affected me really at all. I'm still the same Britney.
Vote for them. Yeah, at the beginning I worked with a guy named Eric Foster White. I worked with him. And that was when the record label realized, oh, well, we have something here, we're going to take it to the next level. And that's when I went over to Sweden for the first time. It's my first time to go overseas. So I was like, yay, it was a lot of fun. But I really didn't get to see that much of Sweden because I was in the booth so much singing. So it was okay. I definitely need to go back so I can experience the whole Sweden tourist thing. But yeah, it was fun.
And just something that, you know, she'll always remember him and always love him. I'm just now starting to get, like, you know, like you'll go into a store and people will be like asking you for your autograph and stuff, but it's flattering to me, I think.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster.
Well, actually, I'm going through a homeschooling program through the University of Nebraska, and they asked me if I wanted a tutor, but I'm not a disciplined person, so I do it myself. But I have to send in the test and everything to the school.
It was a pain in my butt, so. I was at a Teen People party like 6 months ago. There was Carrie Russell there, and there was some people from NSYNC, and Christina Aguilera, she was there. And it was just so cool to see everyone. We're like, oh my goodness.
I was on the Mickey Mouse Club like for 2 years. Did that, and that was done in Florida on the Disney Channel, and it was a lot of fun.
Max is as nice as he is talented. He's really a great guy, and I'm very thankful to be able to work with him. He's great. And yeah, in Sweden, we went there and it was really busy. We went there for like 10 days. We got a lot done, and it was just great. We just, you know, went in there and sang it. It felt good. Probably just a lot of hard work and dedication and just, you know, focusing on what I want, you know, so probably that.
They are so much older than me and they're writing songs for me. They want to make sure I can relate to the words and relate to the songs that they're writing. But actually, at the very end of the recording process, I started writing a lot. So actually the second single, which is going to be Sometimes, I wrote the B-side on that song. It's called I'm So Curious. So.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
It's been pretty good. I've been like more mellow and try to, but I tend to worry so much. Like when I'm in bed at night, I worry about things that are uncalled for and unnecessary.
Yeah, I will.
Oh God, yeah, I've been singing since I was a baby, since I was a tiny tot. But yeah, it's something I've always wanted to do, so.
The warrior definitely lives.
Weird.
Hello. Oh my goodness. Hello. Ew. Strong Britney. Yeah, it was a weird time. When now, they look back and they're like, what happened to your sweet image that you used to be? And I'm like, then when I came out, you thought I was too provocative. It's like you can never win. No matter what you do, at the end of the day, you can't please everybody.
Like now with me doing my physical therapy, it gives me a chance to kind of see my friends a lot, and I just got a car, so I'm like, yeah. I mean, it just, you know, with me traveling and everything, that's not really normal, but every 6 weeks I get to go home and I get to see my family and my friends, and we go out to the movies and we go shopping, so it's still completely normal. I failed to achieve that. Really a lot of traveling. Oh my goodness, yeah. It's like all of a sudden, you know, it seems like overnight, just boom, you're famous. It's weird. It's really crazy. Just a year ago, I was going to the studio every day in my hat and just being all, you know, just working so hard all the time. And well, I still am, but still, it's totally paid off.
But am I responsible for them? The only person I do worry about and that I want to be a good person for, I think, is my responsibility is my sister. Beforehand, I did call her and say, look, I'm doing a performance and I'm going to be, you know, kissing Madonna. But she thinks of it as, you know, as a performance. She doesn't take it literally.
Okay. Not in New York. Oh, I don't know what I'd do.
I mean, you know, I can't help that. And if the parents don't like them to see it, then change the channel. So, sorry, you know. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes every day, honey. I know, but I want to be a good person for me, but I think it's a huge pressure to think that you have to take the responsibility to be this role model.
Well, I think this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, definitely. I think this is something that, I mean, this is my job. I found out what I'm supposed to do at a young age, and I love to sing. I mean, if things slow down for me, I would probably go to college, but I hope that they won't, you know, and all you've got to do is make good music and then, you know, make music that the audience wants to hear, and you'll be around for a long time, so that's what I intend to do.
Turn your TV up. Yeah. Turn it down.
Christina.
Yeah, I mean, music is my main focus right now, but in the future, yeah, I would love to do that. and I came to New York, and I did an off-Broadway musical called Ruthless. I met an entertainment lawyer. He sent me to New York when I was 15 at the time, and I was so nervous, you know, and I got up in front of, you know, a bunch of his executives at Jive, and I sang, and they signed me, so that's how I'm here today. I haven't met Madonna. I haven't met Janet. I haven't met Michael. Oh, and I saw Whitney Houston at the AMAs, but of course I don't say anything because I'm like, oh goodness, she's right there. I'm like a starstruck person. I mean, what do you say? Oh, hi, I'm Britney. You know, like, so I didn't say anything, but I was just like, oh my goodness, she's right there. I've listened to her all my life, and so.
And a guy, someone that has a lot of confidence, you know, and is happy with themselves, and just someone that can make me laugh. You know, I have a lot of fun to be around, and it's like someone it's like my best friend. Right. I can just talk to about anything, and they're really.
I've always had an interest, you know, in singing since I was really young. You know, listening to the radio, been really influenced by Mariah Carey. I love her melodies. She's a great songwriter. And Whitney Houston, of course. I like real old bluesy music too. You know, real soulful music, like down in New Orleans where I'm from. Yeah, I think so. I mean, there was a period where R&B music and rock music was really, really strong, and then all of a sudden pop music just comes, like it's full force. Like with the Backstreet Boys, it started to come back, and all these kids, like they have an ear for it. You want to hear it, it puts you in a good mood, and you know, I'm just happy that I'm able to do that.
When I was little, I didn't say, you know, I'm gonna be a superstar, this is what I'm gonna do, but I was always doing shows. My friends would come over and we'd make these big shows, and I was so serious about it, you know, and I was the director, and like we would do stuff like that all the time. And then, you know, when I grew out of that stage, then I just got really involved with just listening to music all the time.
Probably Whitney Houston, of course, and Brandy's album is like incredible. I love her, and like Natalie Imbruglia. It's like everyone, really. Yeah, I love everyone. Who else did I like? Madonna. She's an awesome performer. And who else? Prince. Basically, yeah, everyone knows everybody.
When I was like 8 years old, I like began singing, and I went to like the Mickey Mouse Club. I did that. It was like with a bunch of kids. It was a lot of fun. My style of music is pop. I love pop music, just, you know, fun, and I love funky, hard beats, you know. Of course, I love ballads, you know. I love ballads, but I love stuff that I can perform well and get on stage and dance and have fun and get the audience into it.
Really, at heart, I mean, they love each other so much, but I think sometimes you can love somebody, but they just cannot live together. Yeah, well, when I was younger, I mean, of course you want your family to be able to, you know, stay together. And who knows what could happen eventually. They may get themselves together and come back, and it'd be wonderful, which would be the ideal thing. But right now, you know, this is what needs to happen.
It's such a fun song. When you hear it, you're just like, oh, I want to go outside and just, you know, party. It's like a really fun summer song, everyone, you know, just in your car listening to, you know. It's a great song. It's a lot of fun.
Really, since I was a baby, I've always been singing. I've always loved, like, always listening to the radio and all the time. You know,
the bottom of my broken heart is talking about two couples, you know, that have been apart, you know, and always, that she's always going to love him, you know, no matter what, you know, and like, he was her first love, you know.
Yes, I did. Actually, I was laying out. I had like 1 hour off. So I go outside and I'm laying out, I'm just laying there, and Felicia, somebody had their foot on my layout table. I was like, Felicia, who's got their foot on my table? And she's like, I don't know. And I was like, well, you should get his foot off, you know. So one of my dancers comes up to me, TJ, and he's like, Brittany, guess who's laying out beside you? I'm like, who? And he goes, that's Ricky Martin. I was like, It's so exciting. It's really exciting. I'm very flattered. Yeah. I know, it's fun. Yep. Actually, I just went home like 2 weeks ago, and I went to Old Navy, and it was my first time to be home because I've been on tour for a while.
An okay thing to express yourself. Have you seen
Mom's, her family, which is from London, they play instruments, and there's a lot of, on her side of the family, they sing, so I guess that works.
Email My Heart is like a song everyone can relate to, you know. Everyone has been doing emails, and it's Email My Heart, so it's everyone can relate to that song. And it really motivated me to go forth and go for what I wanted.
I did. At the American Music Awards, I sat behind like Whitney Houston, but I was so nervous. I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to be like, hi, you know, so I just sat there and was like, I'm not believing I've idolized her all my life, and she's sitting right there.
I think I'm a little nervous about my album coming out. Yeah.
I went to Prince's, one of his parties, and I saw him, but of course I don't say anything because I'm like, oh. So.
About doing a beautiful picture.
Yeah, I did that for like 2 years when I was like 10 and 11, so yeah, that was fun.
The Zone is probably the one song that really states where I'm at.
Well, I was dancing in dance rehearsal for my second video sometimes, which I just shot. But I kicked my right leg in the air, and my left leg was on the ground, and it just like totally went out on me.
Yeah, and there's like 20 kids on the show, and you sing and you dance and you act, and it's so much fun just because you're in Disney World, you know, and that's like a kid's dream, so that was fun.
Exactly. The whole world knows now.
9 or 10? I'm not really sure.
No. I mean, we talk every once in a while, but he's very busy right now. Oh, no, we're not together. I'm single right now, completely single, so.
It's called Kentwood, Louisiana.
Kentwood.
No, I never.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I can't drive. I just cannot drive. I'm not a really good driver, so I'm really scared. So when I go out at night, I just feel safer with my friends driving, which kind of sucks. But because I haven't drove in a year, so. Like at competitions and like, you know, for functions, I'd be like the entertainment. And then the first thing I did was the Mickey Mouse Club. That's when I really realized I loved to sing.
And I think Colin Farrell's really cute, too. I think it's refreshing that he doesn't care what people think about him, and he says whatever's on his mind.
My first record is great. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and people really don't realize what, you know, work goes into it.
Yeah, it's a lot better now.
I'll let the song just speak for itself.
Traveled far and wide, everywhere. Oh my goodness. But since I've hurt my leg, it's so weird. I never thought I'd be saying this, like I said earlier. It's like once you're home for a while, you get so used to being busy all the time and just being here and there. And it's like, I want to be back. I want to be able to dance again. So, like, and
Thank you. Yeah, I've been dancing, but singing has always been my strong point. So.
It's a good thing. I mean, of course you get lonely sometimes, but I like being by myself right now. I think it's good for me.
my same friends back at home, and we're like sisters because we grew up together. So I'm always on the phone with them, and when we go home, it's like still normal. Like we go to the show and the movies and stuff.
So that's when I realized I had a major love for music. I had so much experience with acting and singing and dancing, and it was a great experience for a lot of people.